All right, welcome back. You know, in the old days, it used to be that if you worked for the government, it was A, hard to get fired, B, you got paid a little less than the private sector workers, and C, because of that, the benefits you got were out of this world, right? Oh my, how things have changed. But get a load of this, right? The total cost for the average government worker is now 42.5% more than the private sector worker. Wow. Wages and salaries are just 25.2% higher on average. But here's the kicker. Benefits, they're a whopping 82.7% higher. Those benefits that are good are better than good. They're eye-wateringly high. So there you have it. The numbers, they just don't lie. I think it's time that we take a closer look at this, as working for the government has not really been about getting rich on the taxpayer's dollar. Now, I believe me when I hear myself say that, it's not lost on me that that's exactly the opposite of what's actually happening out there. But still, government employees routinely come out from government a lot wealthier than they were when they went in. So let's get the thoughts of my next guest on all this stuff. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Craig Bolanos. He's the co-founder and wealth partner at VestGen Wealth Advisors. Thanks for being on, brother. Appreciate it. I don't know, you're a little younger than I am, but I did remember about 30, 35 years ago, 40 years ago when I had friends getting into the workforce. Some people went the route of working for the government. They didn't get paid as much as the private sector, but the two benefits were it was harder to get fired and you had great benefits if you hung around long enough. But boy, oh boy, it seems like that thing's really changed. I used to think that you had you can make the money in the private sector, but listen to those statistics. I was kind of surprised, Craig. I don't know about you.
Well, Scott, I think it's simple. The takeaway here is government workers aren't overpaid. I want to say that again. Government workers aren't overpaid. It's that we've seen compensation models shift somewhat dramatically ever since 2010. And there's a couple noticeable pieces. I mean, part number one is, of course, when you're in the private sector, the retirement risk has been fully shifted for the most part to the employee, to the worker. Whereas in the government model, it's still a hybrid approach with pension and thrift savings plan, where some of that risk still remains on the taxpayer. And number two, I specifically go back to 2010, ever since the changes to the ACA first came into place. It's the paycheck that gets all the attention. That's the headline grabber. But the real value and the real cost is the benefits, AKA retiree health care and subsidized health care coverage. That's what's created such a gap ever since 2010.
So it does pay to go work for the government. It wasn't, Thomas Jefferson would be rolling over in his grave, but it wasn't supposed to be a place that you go and really reap massive rewards, at least even more than the private sector. But it looks as though that's now the case.
Well, I mean, just the balance of power has shifted because people recognize the power of guaranteed lifetime income. People recognize the power of contractually guaranteed cost of living adjustments. People recognize the tremendous value in solving for the conundrum that is retiree healthcare and the costs thereof. So I want to be clear, the averages skew anyone's individual contributions, but you're right, from a total compensation package now, certainly working in the public sector has its benefits on many fronts compared to the competitiveness that's evolved inside of a global marketplace where there's a responsibility to shareholders, not just congressional budgets.
Yeah, and I take your point. I'm not doing anybody down that works for the government, and fine, take all the money you can get. That's what's there. Take what's offered. I don't begrudge you for that, but I do think that. If it is slowly but surely gotten out of skew a little bit, what I would love to see happen, and this doesn't just pertain to government workers, it pertains to the government as a whole. I would love to see somebody attach an AI program onto these municipal budgets, those local government budgets, to find out how many places we're leaking cash that we could save a lot of money. I think AI is going to do a lot in that area if they ultimately fully employ it, because we could save a ton of money over there, I think. I'm going to give you the last 20 seconds.
Well, yeah, Scott, that's just it. Because again, this isn't about public workers versus taxpayers. Public workers are taxpayers too. This is a query simply about the long-term sustainability of programs that were put in place decades ago. And when you do the benchmarking between the public and the private sector, there's something that's going to have to get reweighed because the sustainability is not there. Corporate America has already made a move to right size. Governments are going to need to right size, not by reducing workforce, but by making things more efficient, aka government efficiency. That's what every taxpayer around the country should be lobbying for right now.
Awesome stuff as usual, Craig. People often tell me that they tape your segments so they can rewatch them because you give so much good information. Craig, thanks for coming on the show. I know you had a little bit of an issue getting there today. I appreciate